going to hunt you down. He's going to find out what's going on. And that's good. That's good for everybody. That's how you should be looking at this. Like, wow, we have a brilliant mind that is examining these really corrupt and goofy systems and bringing in a bunch of psychopath wizards.
Joe Rogan isn't holding back. And this time, his sights are set on Whoopi Goldberg. It all began when Whoopi accused Elon Musk of using his wealth and power to manipulate government policies. The problem? She didn't offer a shred of evidence to back up her claims. She spoke with confidence, but there was no real proof that Musk had done anything illegal. Then, just days after Whoopi's comments went viral, Elon fired back with a massive $900 million defamation lawsuit. The lawsuit alleged that her remarks directly impacted Tesla's stock price, causing an immediate drop. It also argued that Whoopi's statements could damage future business deals and trigger backlash from investors. Musk's legal team demanded a full retraction, a public apology, and financial damages to repair the harm done.
How's Elon handling this whole... He's probably like, what the...
Yeah, he was definitely what the... And he was happy that the ADL, of all people, defended him.
When Whoopi appeared in court, the situation escalated quickly. Reports say she broke down in tears, admitting she never anticipated her comments would lead to such serious legal consequences. During the hearing, Whoopi also apologized for any harm her remarks may have caused. While she expressed respect for Elon Musk's success as a businessman, she stood by her concerns about corporate influence in politics. However, Musk's legal team pushed back, arguing that Whoopi presented her claims as factual rather than opinion, making it a clear case of defamation rather than free speech. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan didn't hold back in his response. On his podcast, he slammed Whoopi's emotional reaction, calling it too little, too late. Rogan insisted that celebrities with massive platforms must be more responsible when making serious accusations without evidence. He also criticized The View for fostering these kinds of discussions without demanding any proof to back them up.
You're not really making the world a better place.
Right.
You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make the world a better, more equal place.
According to Joe Rogan, this wasn't a matter of free speech. It was about accountability. He pointed out that Whoopi used her platform on The View to spread false information, yet when faced with real consequences, she reacted differently. Rogan called out the hypocrisy, noting that the same people who constantly demand accountability from others often crumble when held to the same standard. He argued that Whoopi should have known better, especially given how influential her platform is. With millions of viewers tuning in, baseless allegations like the ones she made about Elon Musk couldn't simply be brushed off as personal opinions. Rogan also criticized Whoopi's attempt to soften her stance after Musk's lawsuit was filed. He said her emotional courtroom breakdown and claims that her words were taken out of context didn't erase the fact that she made serious accusations, without any proof. According to Rogan, this perfectly illustrates the biggest problem with modern media. People recklessly make statements without fearing the consequences. And when those consequences finally come, they retreat and play the victim. His take struck a chord with many listeners, particularly those who have grown frustrated with Whoopi's pattern of behavior.
Everyone had something to say, but no one said, oh, well, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing? Because it involves so many other things, and I think that it is a matter of how we treat ourselves.
But I get people think things are funny because they don't think about the person they're making fun of. You and I are both guilty of doing that. Of course.
On his podcast, Joe Rogan argued that the media played a major role in enabling Whoopi's behavior. He pointed out that after she made her claims about Elon Musk, numerous media outlets ran with the story without questioning its accuracy. Instead of fact-checking or offering balanced coverage, they amplified Whoopi's statements, making it seem as if Musk was truly involved in manipulating government policies. Rogan called this the core issue with The View. It's no longer about reporting facts, but about pushing a specific narrative that aligns with the outlet's political or social agenda. He warned that this kind of media environment rewards misinformation, as long as it fits the message they want to promote. According to him, this lack of accountability allows public figures like Whoopi to make baseless accusations without fear of immediate backlash, until someone like Musk decides to fight back. He also highlighted how quickly the media rushed to defend Whoopi, calling it a perfect example of the problem. Even after Musk filed his lawsuit and exposed the inaccuracies in her claims, many outlets still took Whoopi's side without hesitation. Joe Rogan didn't hold back, labeling this reaction as both dishonest and dangerous. He argued that if a conservative media figure had made similar baseless accusations against a liberal public figure, the response would have been entirely different. According to Rogan, this double standard proves that mainstream media isn't interested in truth, it's interested in protecting those who align with its agenda.
This is the most important part. This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them because they're double-checked by ABC News, and then making the stupidest fucking statement.
Joe Rogan argued that if the roles were reversed, the media would have immediately demanded proof. But because Whoopi's claims fit the broader narrative about billionaires and government corruption, she was given a pass. For Rogan, this case isn't just about Whoopi and Musk. It's about accountability in the media. He questioned whether media figures should be held to the same standards as everyone else when making public statements. Rogan made it clear, if you have a platform, you have a responsibility to use it carefully. And if you spread false information, you should be prepared to face the consequences.
Well, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in to watch television shows. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there.
As the backlash intensified, Whoopi Goldberg attempted to backtrack, but her explanation only added fuel to the fire. She claimed that her remarks about Musk were meant as a joke, but given the timing and context of her original statement, few people were convinced. Instead of diffusing the situation, her excuse only reinforced the perception that she was trying to avoid accountability.
You know, when you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I...
Joe Rogan wasted no time calling out Whoopi's weak excuse on his podcast. He pointed out that her comment wasn't delivered in a joking manner. It was framed as a serious statement during a discussion about Musk's alleged political influence. According to Rogan, her attempt to dismiss it as humor was nothing more than a desperate attempt to dodge accountability. He questioned why, if Whoopi truly believed her remarks were harmless, she became so emotional when the lawsuit was filed. Rogan argued that her reaction in court made it clear she knew she had crossed the line. If it had simply been a casual joke, there wouldn't have been such an intense response once Musk took legal action. Meanwhile, Whoopi's co-hosts on The View rushed to defend her, but their efforts rang just as hollow. Joy Behar insisted that Whoopi's comment had been misinterpreted, but Rogan wasn't buying it. Sunny Hostin attempted to frame Musk's lawsuit as an intimidation tactic, but Joe Rogan wasn't buying that argument either. He pointed out that Whoopi's original statement was far too specific to be brushed off as a misunderstanding. What made things even worse was how her explanation contradicted the way she originally delivered the comment. There was no laughter, no indication that it was meant as a joke. It was presented as a serious claim. Rogan emphasized that this is a recurring issue in modern media. When someone makes a statement and faces backlash, they try to soften it by insisting it was either a joke or taken out of context. He also reminded his audience that this wasn't the first time Whoopi had landed in hot water for controversial remarks. According to Rogan, this pattern proves that she has become too comfortable saying whatever she wants, without considering the consequences.
Everybody makes the choice in life. If I have to be concerned that you are upset with me, you're thinking, oh, you and I have a connection. You don't realize there are 10,000 other people who are yelling the same stuff at me.
This lawsuit is only heating up, and it's already shaping up to be a high-stakes legal showdown. Musk's legal team is actively gathering evidence to prove that Whoopi's statements were not just false, but also damaging to his reputation. They plan to argue that her claims may have influenced how government officials and business leaders perceive him. One thing is certain, neither Musk nor Joe Rogan is backing down. Rogan has been vocal about holding Whoopi accountable, and Musk appears determined to see this case through to the very end. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think Whoopi should be held responsible for her statements? Or is this lawsuit taking things too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.